All right. Hello, chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're gonna fly planes. We're gonna shoot down other planes. We're gonna... That's what I got. We're gonna shoot AA guns, SAM sights, maybe giant laser beams, the like. Primarily, though, we're going to be after other planes today. We're still hunting all the aces down. There's a lot of them in Ace Combat Zero. I don't know if you guys are aware, but there's kind of a lot of aces in this game. So it's been a bit of a grind getting through all of them. I think we're making pretty good progress, though. I mean, we'll check here in just a second. But it feels like I'm making good progress. Hello, Ryan, Jusuf, Gustavo. Thank you for the sub, Benny Pants. Hello. There's my Ace Combat Zero. My my list of PS2 games that I have loaded onto my PC at this point is kind of long. I struggle to find things sometimes. Hello, War Master. Because also, a lot of them aren't like... I just need to go through and rename a bunch of them so that the alphabetical order and stuff is actually right. Because some of them, too, don't make it any easier for organization stuff, where, like... I have a mod for my dumped Tenkaichi 3 that adds, like, a bunch of Dragon Ball Super, like, custom characters and stuff into it. And this came out, like, way before we started getting advertising for Sparking Zero or anything, right? And that is literally just using, like, its own, what's it? Like, serial number. I guess is the best way to... I don't know what it would actually... I don't know the term for it. But it's just a whole bunch of random characters and numbers, and it's very confusing. I've got a bunch of stuff like that. Like PS2 games that I've modded. Okay, so we have all of them through number 76 is where we're sitting right now. In total, there are 168. Now, we do have a lot of them past 76. That's not like, oh, we only have half of them. But... I think if we said we were halfway, we'll end up going faster than expected. So I'm going to say that we're halfway. Because we're realistically a little further than that. But it'll seem like we go faster if we just think of it as being halfway. I got to go to mission 10. It does not have Super Saiyan 5, unfortunately. Man, I remember way back, this is me being a boomer, right? Way back in my day, I didn't want to continue. I guess now that I'm in here, I can at least look at if I can buy anything. But I did not mean to do this. Back in my day, we didn't have a Dragon Ball Super. Dragon Ball GT was canon. And there was nothing after that. The series kind of died for a while. So the fans took over. And some of those fans made a little something called Dragon Ball AF. And Dragon Ball AF had this thing called Super Saiyan 5. And it was fucking cool. It was so cool. It's pure fanfic. Like, it is literally just a form that is tailor-made to look cool and not really have like anything else of substance behind it. It just looks cool. But goddamn, it looks cool. It's great. Someday, maybe. A man can dream. Really, my dream currently with Dragon Ball stuff is like, if they could somehow, some way, mix in a canon version of Super Saiyan 4. Just find a way for me. It's like one of the 3 good things about GT. Just find a way. Make it happen. Okay, so on mission 10, on the mercenary path, attempts to escape by flying southeast towards the border after mission update. In ace difficulty, we'll fly to the southeast corner and stay there. I think we tried to find this one last time, didn't we? And it just wasn't there. Or was I about to and I read it? Because I definitely at least read the description for it. A Tenkaichi mod that adds SSJ 20... Is that 20,000? No, the roster for the Tenkaichi 4 mod is massive. But it's all official. For the most part. And even, like, what's not official in it is coming from official material. So there are, like, non-canon characters in there. But it's stuff like Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is in there. Because they had Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta in the Raging Blast games back in the 2000s. So they were just like, yeah, sure, Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta. That's also a thing that they still haven't done officially in Dragon Ball canon, or even in non-canon. It's just never officially happened. What's up with that? What's up with that? Like Devil Gohan. To get, we're not going for Grabak. We're going for Hookabine. Hookabine. Maybe I should have brought something a little more like genuinely geared for dogfights, but this sounded like fun. I don't think anyone is gonna complain about a little grip and flying. So Pops, I don't know who you're talking about. I have no idea what you're talking about. Who's Pops? Never heard of someone called Pops. Hello, Ryan. A man can dream for Sparking Zero, maybe. Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta, possibly. I feel like inevitably, like way down the line, the modding scene for that game might get good enough where they add in a bunch of custom characters, because that happens with like every Dragon Ball game. But also, like, I feel like the art style of Sparking Zero is going to make it really hard for high quality character mods to be a thing. Granted, there are insanely high quality character mods for Dragon Ball Fighters. Like, I've seen the Super Saiyan 4s get officially added to fighters, or not officially, sorry, get modded into fighters. My brain crossed up because as I was saying it, I was like, Gogeta's in there, Super Saiyan 4 Gogeta. But Goku and Vegeta, Super Saiyan 4, I've seen like full overhaul mods of those two that are actually insane. Like, really impressive. Hello, Yuriko and Bob. Doubt Vegeta would ever want to use it. Yeah, but it's cool. You gotta realize, right? It's cool. Look, Dragon Ball is all about balancing, what's it called? All about balancing actual, like, thematics and logic and all that with the fan service stuff. The fan service stuff is important, right? Like in the Broly movie, they gave us Super Saiyan God Vegeta. Literally no one has ever complained because it's fucking cool. There was no reason for him to actually use that form. He never used it before, but they did it. And it was awesome. that said AC5 story would be better without the Belkan conspiracy. How? I feel like the Belkan conspiracy, like, is AC5's story. Like, am I wrong? Is that just me? Like, when I think of AC5's story, that's the first thing that I think of. I guess aside from the Puddle of Mud song, which is honestly like the first thing I think of. I'm not lying. But after that, it's the Belkan conspiracy. Like, that is the story of the game. Uh-oh. Come on. Oh, God. 5 stories, the weakest one of PS2? I don't think so. I think Zero's probably is. I think Zero's has like a couple of really good moments, but that's about it. I think 4 is the strongest for sure. Yeah, I think Zero's would be, if I had to pick one, I would think it was Zero. Speaking of me being a Dragon Ball nerd, though, I might be doing something with that soon. Wink wonk. Just saying. Oh, thank God. I thought he was gonna, like, fully pull off there. I think that'll hit. Oh, no, he turned left. Wait for it. Booyah. I'll take it. Ooh. Issue with pacing? Yeah, big pacing thing. And it really, like, it feels like Zero's story, I don't know. I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking of. Give me a second here. Zero's story, like, when I think of Zero's story, I think of the pixie fight at the end. Like, I guess I think of, like, kind of the 3 big scenes of the game as, like, the nuke scene, the one where Pixie, like, flies off and leaves, and then the final fight with him. Like, if AC5 is summed up story-wise as Belka Conspiracy, I feel like Zero is summed up as Solo Wing Pixie. At least that's like the standout part of Zero's story for me. Doesn't do build-up very well until the Pixie fight. I would agree. I mean, in the, what's it, the review video, yeah, I talked about the Excalibur thing. Because it struck me as so weird when I played for the first time that, like, as soon as it was introduced, the very next thing I did was take it down. It felt so unusual for an Ace Combat game to do it like that. And I think a lot of that's just, this was like the little side project while most of the team was busy with AC6. I think that really sums up what would have happened to Zero in a lot of ways when you're talking about, like, the more negative aspects of the game. I think it benefited Zero in terms of gameplay for sure, though. That they had to kind of stick with, you know, the simple stuff that works, make as much out of as little as they could. I feel like the shorter development with the smaller team is, like, simultaneously responsible for the best and the worst parts of Zero. Oh, God. That's the last one, I think, right? Mission update. Okay. So now it makes sense. This is how I missed Hookabine every other time. It's because he comes in with an ace squadron. Very good DLC. Yeah, it's a standalone expansion, and I wish we got more standalone expansion stuff nowadays. I mean, the Elden Ring DLC is integrated into base game Elden Ring, but man, that really feels like it could be a standalone product with just the size of it and everything. Like, that kind of DLC is my kind of DLC, where it kind of feels like you're getting a whole second helping of the game that you already liked. I love that shit. The old Quake expansions were that way. Majora's Mask. Oh god. That's a lot of missiles. Oh no, how many of them are there? Oh no. Oh, we're boned. I did see, I caught Heartbreak 1 out there. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar. Kane's Wrath. Kane's Wrath. What is that from? I'm trying to think. I definitely haven't played it. What franchise is that? Tib Wars. Tib Wars. Uh-oh. Oh, Command and Conquer. I have a couple Command and Conquer games in my Steam library from when they were giving them out for free, but I've never actually like installed and opened one of them. I meant to a while ago, but I never did. Just throw it on the backlog, I guess. Another one for the backlog. Oh boy. Only 3 more. This is fine. He got really far away. I didn't think he was gonna keep going. Come here. Thankfully, we're both in fast planes. I wasn't sure if those were gonna be good or not. It was kind of just a luck shot. Uh-oh. How did I stall? Oh, I guess we're super high. Did I hit the sky limit? Is that why we stalled? What's the limit? Because I was going pretty fast. Man, we're really all the way up here, huh? Oh, come on. Wait, what? Who are you? One more to check off the list. That was a terrible shot. Oh, I thought he was gonna... Ah, damn it. Someone's getting the gun this time. Oh, I did not like that. I thought he was gonna hit me with a missile. Come here. Flying Dorito. Oh, of course it only took one. Shit. All right, here we go. Uno mas. Oh, he only took one. Huge. Did you see that video where a guy hit light speed by doing that? I did. I have seen it. Okay, so that should be 2 new aces on the list for that run.
We were victorious in the
I think.
B7R engagement.
Who was that other one?
According to our reports, the squadron
Noctigal.
in the Foxhound was the one designated to intercept and destroy.
Oh, New Game Plus only.
Thanks to you, our
So yeah, we had just
morale
never seen that one pop up either. A rank. Excuse me. Okay, hold on. Ace style. I think we got 2 there. I think the second one was new. Yeah, okay. Noctigal was also new, so 79. This is a whole team. What? Oh. Appears after mission update in mission 10 mercenary again. If the player shot down 6+ aircraft in the first 3 minutes of the mission. Okay. The Night Livery is my favorite. I could run that this time. I have to just run the mission back anyway. I think there are a bunch of, they are MiG-29s.
Orders have come in for an emergency sortie.
And then another Burkett can pop up if the player approaches Huckabine. I guess because I shot him down, this other ace never appeared.
B7R, commonly known as the round.
Man, I could do all, like, 5 of them this run, but I don't think it's going to be easy to do that. I think that's going to be kind of brutal. In all honesty, maybe I don't want the Gripen. Maybe if I'm taking down that many, I might want the Flanker. Flanker would probably be good. I don't know, though. The Gripen did me right last time. I might take the Gripen again. I'm gonna take it. Yeah, that's the only air-to-air I've got. Oh, I didn't even have Pixie, like, on Disperse last time. That probably would have helped. So I need to shoot down 6 in 3 minutes, I think, right? 6+. So I'm gonna count to 7. Please. 1. 2. 3. That's a good start. 4. A shot early. Shouldn't have done that. We can fix that. Oh, you bitch. Oh, come on. What? No way. We got time. Better to do it fast anyway, though. Where's that yellow one? Get over here. That was 5. You don't have the good planes yet? We don't need them. Also, the economy is all sorts of messed up in 0. It's set up in a way where it's like, if you want to buy everything, you got to do like 6 whole playthroughs.
The enemy threat level is down. Continue to engage.
It's basically just the same issue that 5 had with the XP, but in a slightly different form. It's just money instead of plain XP, but the issue is still the same. Like, if it takes like 3 runs, sure, then, you know, by the time you've done like max difficulty, you've got all the good stuff. That's perfect. 4, okay. Once we get like 5+, it's like, what the fuck are we doing? When you're doing all S ranks, because that's not a valid way to like gauge it. Do you know how many people are actually going to do all S ranks on all difficulties, on all styles? That's like less than 1% of the player base. I mean, not among like hardcore Ace Combat circles, but in terms of just the general people who buy the game, right? Oh, come on. I can't aim this gun. Oh, God. You intentionally bought the low-end stuff? Yes. Guess I'm the 1%. I mean, hell, I'm the 1% at this point. Doing all this shit in all the games for the first time ever. Hey, this is the only way I can be the 1%, okay? Let me have this. Damn it. It looked pretty good until the very end. Come here. Should probably save a bunch of the missiles for mission update. I'm gonna have like 8 aces to deal with here. You plan on touching the multiplayer? It's a pretty good way of grinding money. I checked out the multiplayer a tiny bit. I don't think I'll play much of it on stream, except for like maybe... I might want to do the achievements. In that case, maybe. Because I might want the Steam achievements. But I thought the multiplayer in 7 was pretty bland from what I checked out of it. I mean, I checked out everything. It takes like 30 minutes to really see all of it. In terms of maps and modes, at least. Not in terms of like customization and stuff, but yeah. Far cry from Infinity stuff. Yeah, I heard that Infinity's multiplayer was pretty good. I understand that generally 7's multiplayer is not loved all that much. I can see why. How bad are the achievements for multiplayer? That's really the question. I haven't looked at them. I want to approach him, but not kill him. Where are the others?
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you. Galm 1, missile evaded. Roger, we're free to engage the wheel now.
Uh-oh. Are you... No, you're not an ace.
Locked on. Missile hit. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Who's flying all the way up here?
He dodged it.
Looks super basic. They basically amount to play the multiplayer enough.
Fox 2.
How much is enough?
Locked on.
Found him.
Galm 1, no special weapons fire remaining. Bandits in gun range.
That was stupid. Is it just him?
Missed.
Yep, seems like it. All right. Don't know if there's any in-game ones. If there's in-game stuff, that's a little... Who knows? It kind of depends. I'm down for doing like in-game like medals, achievements, etc. But if it's like ridiculous, I'm more than willing to just be like, no, it's not worth it. Like the all S ranks medals here in Zero, I'm just like, no.
Bandits in gun range.
Because that's legit like another 8 runs of the game just for 3 medals. I don't wanna.
Tracking you on radar.
Simply.
Approaching gun range. Missile hit.
Fuck me, man. This is a lot. Where's Pixie at?
Watch out, the enemy's locked onto you.
Oh my god.
Galm 1, missile evaded. Feeling a bit scared, afraid. That's just death lurking around. Warning, the enemy
Oh, someone's spinning in place down there near the bottom right. You can see the flickering, like the super fast flickering icon. You have to win TDM 50 times. I mean, that's not the worst, but it's just play 50 matches, right? There's the Grabach.
radar lock. Approaching gun range.
I was looking for you, friend.
The target. Locked on. Missile launched. Fox 2, Fox 2. Radar lock.
Shit.
Missed.
Win 50 is different. I mean, that's it's really that is one that's just play the game enough.
Missile evaded.
Like I didn't misunderstand when you said it. It's just you either win or lose. It's just 50-50.
Approaching.
It's not the free-for-all mode, which would make it better for me. I could get carried.
The enemy is locked onto you. Those mercenaries smell of money and death. They're nothing but vultures scavenging for profit through the blood of others. Watch out, the enemy's tracking you on radar. Fox 2. Radar lock.
Shit.
Watch out, the enemy's locked onto you.
Man, there's too many. I need Pixie to carry his weight a little better. He's really not doing enough for me.
Target the leader.
I think at least one of these is still one of the new aces. Even finding a match for Team Deathmatch is rare? Really? I had a really easy time setting one up when I played the game for like an hour with a buddy. We got a full TDM server going in like 5 minutes. And it was on like a Wednesday night or something. I mean, that's probably the thing. I would have to host the room, which is fine. It populates fairly quickly, at least from what I saw. Because there's not a ton of people playing the multiplayer, but that also means that there's not a ton of open lobbies on the multiplayer, since they're all player hosted. Come on.
Locked on. Target hit. What the hell happened? Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Come here. Turn towards me, please.
Galm Team, Fox 2.
I would appreciate if you turned to look at me.
Locked on. Fox 2.
Boosh.
Missile hit. Watch out, the enemy's locked onto you.
How did one hit
Miss.
and not the other?
Fox 2, Fox 2. The missile didn't connect.
Pixie, none of your missiles connect. I don't know if you've noticed, but I've certainly noticed.
Watch out, the enemy's locked onto you.
There we go.
Yeah!
Even with him on, what's it, disperse, I still just had to do it.
All targets within combat airspace are down. Operation complete.
We have to do them in order. Well, if we unlock the best plane, we never have any reason to go back to the other ones. So I try to work my way up the chain, little by little.
We were victorious in the beat.
See him shooting down enemies all the time. I'm mostly joking. But yeah, I really only see him shoot down maybe like one a mission or so. Variety, we're not here for fun. We're here for completion. For gaming. Efficient gaming. 92. That cleared so many in one go, which is beautiful. That was 5 aces in one run. 92. I have a feeling we're going to be doing mission 10 for a bit. Yep, it's mission 10 again. I was like, just based on how many aces there are on the mercenary route alone, feel like we're going to be doing a lot of this mission. Appears after mission update if the player shoots down 2+ Su-27s in the first 3 minutes. Man, some of these are so oddly specific too. Like on this mission, but only on this variation of the ace style, and only if you shoot down 3 of this plane in the first 3 minutes, then the ace will spawn. Like, what the fuck? Who set this up? Who made this? I'm gonna see if I have enough money to buy a new plane. Speaking of variety. Those were 2 good runs. Oh, we do. F-15E, anyone? It's like completing the Pokédex. It kind of is. I mean, it's roughly the same size as a Pokédex, isn't it? Like, genuinely. It's not even that far off. Love me some F-15E. You ready for me to fly it on a purely dogfight mission? I hope you are. What's the best paint job? So far, that one. Ooh, it's the zebra paint. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Look at that thing. More an attack aircraft, but not bad. I think it should be fine. It should carry over enough of the traits, right? Right? Surely? Let's hope so. The biggest downside is probably going to be no specials. I got to target the Su-27s as well. Yeah, it's still relatively fast. The acceleration's kind of slow. But other than that, ooh, okay. It's a little slower. Definitely coming off the Gripen as well. That's 2. Give me a 3rd. Come on. That's 3. You're not forced into flying a specific plane like the XP system. I don't know. I think there's like positives and negatives with the XP thing. So I think that pushing players out of their comfort zone with planes is a good idea. I just don't think that 5 did it quite right. But I think that they were onto something that could have worked with a little more iteration, with a little more fine-tuning. Oh, it only took the 1. I felt stupid for only launching 1. But it works out. This thing's really not bad. Oh, you bitch. This'll work. Uh-oh. The zebra paint is also making it way cooler than it would be otherwise. Definitely. It's how long it takes. Yeah, it's definitely... The XP rates in 5 are really fucked. 0 still kind of has just the same thing with, like, the prices on all the planes are so high that it basically... It's pretty much the XP issue in terms of just how grindy it is. But you just get to use whatever plane you want, which is kind of a give and take. On one hand, the freedom is nice. On the other, most players will probably burn themselves out just using the same thing every time because dominant strategy is a prevalent theory for like 30 plus years for a reason. Whoosh. Where the hell? There he is. Oh. There we go. Tend to just get dropped after 1 or 2 games. That's true. They don't really do a whole lot of, what's it? Like iterating on ideas from previous games after 4. I haven't really thought about it much, but you're right. They kind of like do a thing for 1 or 2 games and then just abandon it and never touch it again. And it's always a good idea, but then just never really gets like fully fleshed out because of that. High G, 2 games so far. We'll see if they keep it for the next one. Yeah, it's actually really weird. It was in every game after 6. It wasn't in Assault Horizon. Was it? Oh, Infinity. I forget that Infinity is a thing. Was it in Legacy? I must have just not noticed it in Legacy. It definitely wasn't in Assault Horizon, though. Like, for sure. Because I remember trying to use it, and it didn't work. It was just kind of the old thing. Where you get like a little visual effect, but you don't actually get the, what's it? The high G turn. Oh God. I don't think Infinity had high G. Surely it did, right? Oh. Letters, god damn it. I forget. I gotta check all the green planes real quick. Ah, that's why. We've got a couple. Uh-oh. These guys are making me feel the loss of the Grippen's maneuverability a little bit. Still not bad. This is a plane that works plenty well for dogfights. Please? No, I was too far back. Fuck it. Get him going. Oh. Damn you, hyphen. Yes, use the hyphen so the bot doesn't bonk you when talking about high G. That's unfortunate. Oh, he's still turning. I thought he was straightening out. Oh my God, the amount of missiles I've fired at this one guy. Wow.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
Oh shit.
Bandits in gun range. Warning,
Oh, they're just faster.
radar.
They're just faster. Oh no. I might just have to joust with all of them.
Approaching gun range.
It might be the only way. Well, that was a hit.
Shack on the target.
Unless I want to do this all day.
This one is fast.
Which maybe I could.
Flying is unpredictable. That's unbelievable. You did all this with those limited contacts.
The wiki for high G. Was it in there? Did they take out the little, what's it called? I don't know what word to use. The little like HUD, the little indicator on the HUD that like says high G when you do it.
Approaching gun range.
That must be why I thought it was gone.
Watch out. The enemy's tracking you on
Because I do remember Like after uploading the 6 video, I was like, oh shit, I forgot to mention high G. So I was trying to do it in Assault Horizon to get clips of it so that I could mention it, but I didn't think it was there. I didn't think it was working. Oh God. There we go, Jesus. Those guys made me feel the pain of the F-15E a little bit.
All targets within combat airspace are down. Operation complete.
And it was an Infinity. Okay. But yeah, Assault Horizon. Oh, simplified. Wait, what?
We were victorious.
What do you mean
in the E7R
simplified?
engagement. The round table is finally topped.
In Assault Horizon, instead of holding 2 buttons,
he was personally responsible for shooting down dozens.
they're
of
performed
planes.
if the player makes a sharp turn while using the air brake. Oh. So they made it so that it literally is just, if you do a really sharp turn while braking, you get a high G turn. With no, that's why I didn't think they were there. I thought that was just how the turning worked in that game. I thought they just made the turning really fast for Assault, because the game is just really fast. Huh. Interesting. And then they brought back the old way for, what's it? For 7. Where you just hold the 2 buttons. Hold on, I'm reading chat, which that's how it was in old games. Old games didn't have the proper, well, okay, pause. Old games had like the little visual thing for them where you can like see the wind cutting off the wings sort of thing. But there's no actual like mechanic behind it. Like it doesn't actually change anything other than the visuals. 6 and onwards, they made it like an actual mechanic where you get a much faster turn from it. Oh, they brought back both, but you can choose. Oh. So when I started up 7, I remember just being like, the controls, I was like old school, old school, old school. Like I just, you know, everything I wanted, like the classic controls when I was doing it. Okay, that makes sense. I actually kind of want to try it that way now that I understand it's doing that. Or do I? No, I might want it to be more manual still, now that I think about it. I kind of want to have that freedom to just push the buttons and do it, even if I don't have like high enough speed as the game dictates it. Because I don't know where that cutoff point is going to be. Has anyone played with it as like the automatic simplified version? Anyone know? Is it good? Or is the old school version better? We're actually done with mission 10? That can't be right. No, that's right. What? Okay. I miraculously got every ace from mission 10 on the night playthrough just naturally the first time. That's kind of wild. Okay. Shit. On to 11 then. Number 103 is on the soldier route. Destroy 10 ground targets in the first 3 minutes of the mission. The ace will then spawn once 3 minutes have elapsed. Okay. Let me see if I can buy a special weapon for the F-15E though. Other than the 2 button press. I kind of want to try the simplified one in 7 now. I feel like I might prefer the manual control. For like the reason I said. But I kind of want to try it. And now when I go back to play Assault Horizon, I'm going to notice when I'm braking really hard and turning, I'm going to be like, oh yeah, that is high G, isn't it? And I'm gonna feel a little stupid, but at the same time, not really. It's not my fault. Save. Like, if no one had given me that link to the wiki, I never would have thought that high G turns were in that game. There would just be nothing, like, indicating to me that they were actually high G turns. I really thought they had just sped up the turning. Because I don't know how many of you have played Assault Horizon. It's just a really fast game in general. Like, faster than Ace Combat normally is by a good bit. So I just thought that was basic turning in Assault Horizon. I just thought that's how it worked. Actually, play the briefing. I don't know what mission 11 is off the top of my head. What are we doing?
The Belkan forces are beginning to take flight. The industrial city of Hoffnung is crucial to the enemy's industrial strategy and the heart of its war productions. The Allied forces have decided that all Belkan War production must be stopped to expedite the end of the war, and has requested our participation in this operation. The operation will primarily involve the bombing of ground facilities by the Allied forces.
I know this mission now.
Your mission is to support those.
I think I know what one this is.
We have achieved near total air supremacy over the target area, but don't let your guard down. There may still be sporadic resistance.
How many? The burning, the crime. I just don't know it by number. I don't know that mission 11 is war crime mission. Using triggers instead of bumpers in all... Do we have any mods who can ban him? Potentially? Any mods on deck with the ban hammer? That's what I was doing. I was like, why was I in my YouTube studio before that? 6, 7. Oh, 0 is the halfway point of the series release order wise. Okay, because I randomly had the thought, I was like, man, I actually can't wait to get back to 7 for like the 100%. I wanted to look at what is coming down the pipe. After this, it's X, then 6. Oh, it alternates handheld and console. I never noticed that before either. X, 6, Join Assault, Assault Horizon, what's it, Cross Rumble, and then 7. I actually never caught that they alternate back and forth after 0. Are these good? Are these bombs any good? How are bumpers better? Triggers for yaw just feel so much more natural to me. Which is weird. Because, like, I've been a gamer for like 20 years before ever playing Ace Combat. And, you know, traditionally it's like the triggers are accelerate, decelerate in most games with vehicles. But like in Ace Combat, like flying, the triggers just feel so natural for yaw. Aren't just on off? That's why they're better as throttle? What do you mean? Aren't just on off. We need actual targets. This is gonna be hard to count them out. So we're just gonna rush all of the actual targets. I hope these bombs aren't shit. Oh, the targeting. Come on, there we go. Oh my god. It's brutal trying to get the right target. Well, now I need to wait for him to spawn, right? So I don't want to destroy every target. Now we just wait for the 3-minute mark. Might switch things back to the classic controls. I mean, they just feel like classic controls. Oh god. You can feather your throttle better with triggers. I feel like it's the same. Like, it to be honest. In all racing games. Yeah, that's what I was saying with, like, it's weird, because, like, if I'm driving a car in a game, then triggers feel natural for, like, accelerating and stuff, but for planes... For planes, it's a little different. All right, where's my ace at? 4 seconds. He should have spawned at the 3-minute mark. In 7, they swapped them in 6, I believe, and then just kept them from that point on. All of them have the option to set it back to normal, but like by default, out of the box, all the later games have them swapped from 6 and on, or at least the later home console games, because like the PSP didn't have triggers, you know. 6, Assault Horizon, and 7 had them swapped. I guess let's just go through and destroy every actual target. I'll just use missiles and count them out this time. We danced with the angels, we did. So used to classic controls now that would feel weird going back. That's probably just a lot of it too. Is just I played like what? 7 Ace Combat games, or sorry, 8 Ace Combat games before 6 that were all using the classic control scheme. So then when they just randomly changed it, but gave me the option to stick with the classics, I just stuck with the classics. You know, no need to relearn all the muscle memory and stuff. Go back and forth between them. At least they gave you the option, though. A lot of games would have just swapped them and just had you figure it out, get good and all that. Oh my god. That had to be at least 10. I didn't actually count them, but surely. I think that was 10. I meant to count them, I forgot. Can't wait for 8. Come on, Bamco. We are coping, hee hee. I think there is maybe a bit of cope, in all honesty, with all the Ace Combat 8 stuff. Like, it definitely, there's an Ace Combat 8 in production, but like, I keep getting people in comments and in chat who are like, yeah, it's right around the corner. They're gonna reveal it in like a month. I'm telling you, it's right about here, and it's not. At least it hasn't been up to this point. So at this point, for me, it's just like, yeah, whenever they show it, then cool. I'll just sit here and be patient. Doesn't seem like it's coming soon to me. I mean, it depends what you mean by soon. I don't think it's coming like super soon. Tokyo Game Show, you think? I don't know. Maybe. I have said before, I think that the leaked voice actor thing is probably copium, if you ask me. I'm not sure if it's legit. I don't have enough reason to think that it is legit, rather. Like, that's the better way to look at it. I don't have enough reason to believe that that's an actual, like, solid leak. Oh, fuck. Okay, that... Damn it. If I'm wrong, I'll donate a sub. If I'm right, you play Demon Souls Remake. Sure. Sticking with the condition when they put it to PC. Mitchell, thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. It always pisses me off that console games rarely let you remap controls. I don't know why it's so uncommon. Because on PC, it's just like, yeah, every single game has remapping. It's like the expected bare minimum on PC. Because, you know, if your controls are shit, like if all your key bindings are shit, then people can just fix it. Make it exactly how they want it. But for some reason, like even to this day, the console market really hasn't caught up to that. It's weird to me. Because PC has been there, like since the 90s, that's been the standard on PC. Like, it's not a new thing by any means. Like, it's been that way for 30 plus years on PC. But console has just never allowed it. Not never, but rarely. It's not standard on console, is what I mean. Shit. Tokyo Game Show would be cool. When is Tokyo Game Show this year? I forget. There's too many shows to keep track of, man. Is it August? I think August. In my brain, that's typically when Tokyo Game Show happens, but I feel like I could be wrong. September. Okay. I was close enough. Maybe. I mean, obviously... well, hold on. I was about to say, obviously, the sooner the better, but let me not say that exactly. The sooner it happens, the more exciting it will be. But also, let them cook. You know, if it doesn't get revealed this year, let them cook. Just give them time. Just give them time. Cyberpunk? Are you sure? Sony will have a big presence at Tokyo Game Show? Why? That would be so weird to me. That would be really bizarre to me that Sony would have a big presence there. It could happen. But like Sony just does their own showcases now, so they really have no incentive to hold stuff back and not show them at their own events. Because, I mean, Sony's events just straight up monetarily benefit them outside of even building hype and sales and stuff like that. So I don't know why they would hold stuff back and wait for Tokyo Game Show. It doesn't make sense to me. Then again, I'm not in the marketing side of Sony, so I don't know what the fuck they're doing. A lot of what Sony does doesn't make sense to me. Thank you, Lock On. Thank you for that. That was awesome. There we go. The Game Awards? I would be very skeptical about Game Awards. Tokyo Game Show would be way more likely in my mind than the Game Awards. 7 was announced at the Game Awards? Was it really? Hold on. Even that would surprise me. Because, like, Ace Combat, while not, like, the most niche thing, is certainly more niche than something you would typically show at the Game Awards. In my mind. After being absent for a long time. Oh, fuck off. That was awful. Hold on, now I gotta go see. The game was, Ace Combat 7, sorry, was announced during PlayStation Experience in December 2015. Interesting. Why PlayStation Experience? That's so weird to me. Why? That's really not where I would have expected that it got announced. 26th to 29th of September? Oh man. What ace are you trying to get? Those two that I've been shooting down. I keep getting shot down by the actual targets afterwards though. Own a bit of Bamco? Do they? Do they actually own like a good share of Bamco? I could definitely see that. Huh. Because like historically they, I don't know. It's not that they don't have like a relationship business-wise. Like it's not like, oh, you know, I've never seen them work together ever sort of thing, but like I just don't think of Sony and Bandai Namco as like a team generally. I don't know how better to put it. 15% of From, is that right? Damn, FromSoft is like primarily, the shares of FromSoft rather, are like primarily owned by like 3 companies then. Which I guess is typically how that goes. Their biggest shareholder is still Tencent, right? FromSoft? 15% is way more than I would have thought. But like Sony and FromSoft definitely have a really strong relationship historically. I feel like FromSoft's games are always pushing like the PlayStation platform in their marketing, right? When I think of like Elden Ring and AC6 and stuff, I feel like PlayStation is always like right at the forefront of the marketing for those games. So like that one I can totally see. To donate one of their fancy graphical engines, a man can dream. Although to be fair, I don't know if it'll do much. From what I understand, FromSoft can barely code. Which is kind of a joke, but also not really. Their games are like notoriously hard to make mods for because the spaghetti code is so wild. Damn it. Only one. Oh, come on. Fuck. I forget that it's a stealth plane. I need to give it a second. Man, come on. As bad as new Bethesda games? Probably not that bad. I don't know though. I've never looked at FromSoft's code. I've looked at Bethesda's code. It's a fucking shit show. I've only ever heard the tall tales of FromSoft scripting. No way. I don't know. I've heard it's really bad. No, their games always release like super polished and functional, but like when it comes to modding, apparently if you go in and change anything, like everything falls apart because it's legitimate spaghetti code. Spaghetti code just means that like changing one thing over here is gonna break like 4 things over there, which sometimes just has to be that way when it comes to certain systems and such. Most of the time you're able to separate things effectively and make it so that that's not the case. FromSoft notoriously doesn't do that. They've apparently got some wild spaghetti code going on in there. And I've heard that the further you go back, the worse it is. I kind of plan to download assembly at assembly and some PS1 modding tools sometime soon. Because I kind of want to take a look into the PS1 Armored Core games, like on the back end. So I'll let you know at some point once I've seen it with my own eyes. A net Euros PS1. It wasn't mine, but it was in the family. Close enough. Yeah, I kind of want to check out modding old PS1 games a little bit. And FromSoft games are kind of prime for modding if I were to play around with it in my free time. But again, like their scripting, their coding is notoriously really bad. So maybe not. But like in terms of PS1 games that I really like, I feel like it would be the most interesting to mod, at least. Armored Chole, maybe. Potentially. I'm not saying no. I was thinking of doing like a hardcore mod for the Gen 1 games. But from what I understand, I think that it would be kind of a pain in the ass in terms of the undertaking of it. I don't know. I don't know how modular their code is, but judging off of just the things that I hear about it, my expectations should be low going in terms of just how flexible their scripting and stuff should be.
How am I supposed to do that? We're carrying a wounded soldier.
But yeah, like other PS1 games, like Resident Evil, I could mod them, but like they're already such like fine-tuned experiences that I don't really have any urge to like mess with or change. PS1 code can't be that crazy. Here's the thing. PS1 code, a lot of it depends on the game. A lot of it's written in assembly. I believe Armored Core is. And if you know anything about coding nowadays, then this will make sense to you. Assembly is a language that doesn't have if statements. And what's the other thing? There's like two big things. Is it functions? I can't remember. No, it has to have functions. But then again, my coding brain is like, it has to have if statements. How the hell do you code without if statements? Whoa, or loops. It's loops. It's not functions. You can't do loops. It's no if statements, no loops. That's what it is for assembly. So that throws a pretty massive wrench in like modern programming skill sets when you try to go back and use it now. It would throw a huge wrench in mine. My brain is like, how do I even get things to happen without if loops? That would be a problem to solve in and of itself for me. Oh, come on. If I'm lucky, then Armored Core will run in C. That was the other like most common, what's it called? Like most commonly used programming language back in the PS1 days. A lot of devs started moving over to C, which if they're using C, I'm good. Like I can write code in C pretty much. I know C# and I know C++. So going back to original C shouldn't be that bad. Most of the knowledge should carry over. But assembly would be hellish to work within. I haven't played a single Metal Gear game ever. I can't believe that these words are about to escape my mouth, but hear me out. The Master Collection, assuming you're comfortable with doing a little bit of modding for like the actual 3D games, is really great for getting into it. And it's also, I think only like $40 on Steam right now. I think it's like 20 bucks off on summer sale, which I think has a couple more days going, right? I don't think summer sale's over yet. Correct me if I'm wrong. One of the greatest consoles ever. It's my number 2. Oh, it's kind of tied for my number 1 in the sense of like, realistically, I would probably say that the 360 is my favorite console ever. But like, it's tied for me with, what's it called? With PS1, just personally. PS2 number 1? No, PS2, like if I had those tied at first, PS2 is my number 2. Like, it's right there. 360 is not on par with PS2 and PS1. It's certainly, like, realistically above PS1. PS2, I could debate. Like, I could go either way. But it's definitely above PS1. Like, when you break down, like, you know, 360, the big thing with the 360 is Xbox Live. Like, it's kind of an unfair advantage compared to PS1 and PS2, especially PS1. But man, like, it had it, and it was kind of the core of the 360 experience, right? I still think, like, Xbox 360 era Xbox Live is like the best social gaming ecosystem ever. Maybe not the best, but very close. Like, it's up there, up there. Just so good. And it's kind of one of those you had to be there things, for sure. Like, I feel like if you didn't have a 360 at the time, like, I can't convince you. You kind of just had to be there. But if you were there, then you know that it was magical. And there really hasn't been much like that in terms of, like, social gaming ecosystems since. Summer sale ended 5 days ago? Oh, shit. My answer is always going to be PS2 and PSP. Man, PSP. I'm coming around on the PSP. I'm certainly more charitable to it now than I used to be. And honestly, it's mostly because of Metal Gear. It's just like Portable Ops and Peace Walker are both really, really good. So, like, I have a more positive opinion now. But previously, like, prior to playing Ace Combat and Metal Gear, I just hadn't played many good PSP games. And maybe I just played the wrong ones. But man, there was like, what's it called? There was... Why can I not think of it? There was this Killzone game. Killzone. That was bad.
Nobody knew.
That was not good. That was one of the... I think that might have been the first PSP game I played.
That's why I...
Emulated on PS5 and HD and 60 FPS. Man, that would be so good for, like, a handful of games.
Forces, the Belkan forces have taken flight, abandoning
Formula Front on PS5 would go hard. It's never going to happen, but just imagine. Only Killzone I played was the first one. I played the first two, and I played the PSP one. I never played the third or the PS4 one. Whatever the PS4 one was called. The last one. The PS4 one. Sony owned 15% of FromSoft. I just really don't see them, like, of all the games, I just really don't see them listing Formula Front. Like, honestly, I just don't. I think Formula Front is a good Armored Core game that more people should play than, like, have. But I don't see them listing it for sale again. I just don't. Oh, we're on to mission 12 already. Okay, at least there's that. It took a good few runs to get that done, but that was all it took. Being a PS2 version of Killzone 2, but apparently it was a PS3 game. Yeah, the first one. The first one was PS2. I'm expecting all the PSP Armored Core games on PlayStation Store at some point. I could definitely see like 3 Silent Line and Last Raven. But Formula Front is such like an odd one out for the series that I don't know. I don't think it's sold great either. Hold on. Now I have to know. Oh. Well, the Armored Core sales data chart does not actually contain Formula Front's data. That's awkward. That's a little awkward. I don't think I'm going to be able to find it. At least not like quickly and easily right now. I bet if I really looked for it, I could find it somewhere, but it's probably not worth it right now. Okay, Mission 12, Mercenary. Any poll updates? I haven't been looking. I'm assuming it's going to be the same, like, top 5 right now that it has been. It's still going to get sent out. Oh, it's gotten some new votes. The total number of votes has gone up by a decent bit. The top 5 is the same. Resident Evil is closer to the top than it has been. It's only trailing by 10 votes now. Which, the last time I looked, it was like something like 15. There is still one more chance for the poll to really swing a good bit. But I feel like it's fairly locked in at this point. The results of the poll, not my plans on what I'm doing. I have not locked those in yet. I have an idea, but I haven't locked them in. Let me go buy that special weapon, that third one. Binary Domain, the best Terminator game that's not Terminator. Better than that little like AA one that came out a few years ago from the same guys who did the RoboCop game. I saw an Armored Core game on Game Pass. Is it any good? I mean, regardless of which one it is, yeah. My answer in terms of like, would it be good as a starting point with the series would vary depending, because it's either going to be Armored Core 4 or Armored Core 5. And both of them are kind of weird to start out with, but Armored Core is a series where you can really start anywhere because each gen is such a like distinct experience from the others that it doesn't really matter where you start. But those two are probably like the weirdest places to start out of all of them. They're both good, just to varying degrees. And in terms of like onboarding new players, like 4 would be super overwhelming for onboarding new players.
There are still pockets of resistance.
5 would be easier to get into, but I don't think 5 is as good as 4.
Although fleeing, the Belkan army
It's weird.
to fight back.
It's weird.
They're using the Baldreich Mountains as a final line of defense in an attempt
The idea
to
better not start with the letter Y.
Belka.
It starts with the letter C for classified.
We would like you to assist the Allied ground troops by clearing the skies of enemy fighters. The South Belka munitions factory is located in Sudentor, which means the remaining troops, although few in number, are well outfitted. Head to the designated operations rendezvous location, point 203.
What's with the Fortnite YouTuberification of logos? What are you talking about? What? Fortnite YouTuberification of logos. What kind of logos are we talking about? Appears in the second mission update if the players shot down all 12 of the F-15Es. Shouldn't be awful?
We're both getting married for the first time.
I can no longer explain myself? What? What do you mean?
Crew team, do you read me? Head for Voltrike to take out any remnant forces the Belkans could have positioned out there. Galm 2, what's the problem? You're behind.
When I think of like Fortnite YouTuber thumbnails, I think of that fucking tag. Does anyone know what I'm talking about? That tag. The big red tag that they all fucking use. At least they did at one point. I don't know if they still do. I haven't even seen like any Fortnite thumbnails in like 2 or 3 years at this point. Closer to 3 probably.
Enemy bombers are approaching this airspace.
But do they still use that thing?
Intercept.
Crew 1, roger. Crew 2, moving to engage enemy. I'll stop him.
I wonder if anyone even knows what I mean. I might just sound crazy. There's that tag. It's like a shopping tag. It's like a big red, like shopping tag that they'll put like a little bit of text in, and it's really like loud and poppy.
Enemy, 5 miles remaining.
It's so distinct. Like if you know it, you know it. I don't know how to explain it.
Enemy fighters with nukes.
Damn. I was not gonna hit it at that angle, no matter how bad I wanted to. All right, gotta hunt down the F-15s. I know what you mean. Yes, the big red tag with text in it. Like if you know it, you know it. It's that tag that they at least used to use. I don't know if they still do. It's been a while since I've really seen the thumbnails from that side of the internet. But man, that thing was kind of obnoxious. Like you see it a couple times and you're like, man, that's a good looking thumbnail right there. That's a nice asset they've got. But then you realize that everyone has the same asset. Well, not like the exact same. I'm sure that they were all making it from scratch because it's really not hard to make if you have like rudimentary Photoshop skills. But like they all copied it from one another and just were using it everywhere. I think I actually used it on an old like COD thumbnail.
Warning. Change course immediately. Return to base or you'll get shot down.
I'm not 100% on that, but I think I did use it.
Eliminate anyone who attempts to interfere. They're no longer our allies. Don't hesitate to shoot them down.
Don't worry about
I didn't need to use a SAM for that.
shooting down those bombers.
This is perfect. Let's use it against them. Take them out while they're still confused.
Man, there are a lot of F-15s here, huh? Damn. That would have been huge.
Until we reach the destination point.
No. Don't hit me. Don't hit me. Stop. No. No. Fuck. I shouldn't have held that. Oh, what the hell? No, they look totally different now. I just Googled like Fortnite thumbnail. No, these look really different from how they used to. You know what I feel like is the most obnoxious kind of thumbnail? Warzone. Call of Duty Warzone. Dude, they all have the same fucking thumbnail. And I hate it. It's this shit, right? Wait, no, that's a TikTok, but it's perfect. Here, open image. It's like this stuff. like the big super color corrected like weapon inspect animation, and there would be like this big loud text and maybe like, oh, this one's good, this one, yeah, shit like this, so loud, just so in your face. The only thing he's really missing is like he doesn't have one of the like the mastery camos from COD, how they've all got like the crazy like kind of galaxy kind of skins like this one. He doesn't have like a mastery camo. That's like the only thing he's missing there. Hold on, I'm gonna find some good ones. Oh man, this is what they used to look like way back. Like, oh, that's tiny. It's in 168p. Never mind. That's not even worth sharing at that point. Yeah, they all are like this kind of template as a base. Like they just have whatever gun they're using in the video with like this fancy inspect and just it's loud as shit. They normally have like an outline around the gun. Oh, this sort of stuff. Oh my God. When I was still playing COD and like actively in the community, this stuff was all over my feed, and you just get so sick of opening YouTube and having that be like every thumbnail. Cause it's all just so in your face all the time. It's obnoxious. Oh, that one. Oh, these popped up for a bit around like MW2's release. Or that's a Cold War picture even. That's like a couple years before when I thought, but like the rainbow stat layout COD thumbnails. Dude, these were wild. You can imagine how having this be like your entire YouTube feed gets super annoying after a bit. Oh man, this mission's long too. Long ass dogfight. COD is awful now. Hey man, let Treyarch cook, all I'm saying. From what we've seen of Black Ops 6, it looks real good. And we know there's gonna be 2 zombies maps at launch. We know that they're taking it back. They're going for a more classic round-based take on zombies this time. Red ticket. I wonder if I could find that. Hold on. Fortnite red ticket. Thumbnail? Red tag. It was called tag. It was tags like this. Hold on. Like this. This is a video that's like how to make the tag. I'm flying blind here. But stuff like that. That big red tag. COD isn't awful right now. MW3 is actually not bad, in my opinion. In, like, I don't love COD, or sorry, I don't love MW3. I liked MW2 a lot at first, but I got burned out pretty heavily pretty early on. Had a great start, just not enough to really like sustain the enjoyability throughout like the year. MW3 is the same way for me. I liked it a lot when it came out. I think MW3's multiplayer was really fun. The zombies was surprisingly fun, even though it was so weird at first, like trying to figure it out and get used to it. But like zombies kind of got shafted. Like they're just not really doing much in terms of like content updates for it past the first couple months. There's really hasn't been much of anything. Multiplayer just gets a ton of maps, but not really anything aside from that. I never touched the campaign for MW3. I heard it was bad. I am not the biggest fan of the story of the new like rebooted Modern Warfare games to begin with, so I was just like, yeah, I'm fine never playing it. I'm not buying COD for the campaign anyway. I do enjoy playing the COD campaigns. I normally do. MW3 was the first year that I didn't. Just because I heard it was bad and I was like, yeah. I'm not really all that interested in it to begin with. Like, I wasn't excited for it. So I just straight up didn't play it this year. Which is weird for me. I almost just got clipped. But it is what it is. Where the hell is this plane that's up my ass? Can I target it? There we go. The multiplayer was fun though. It was really just like MW2, but made a little more arcadey. Like they took out a lot of the sweatier stuff. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And then it was just all the classic Modern Warfare 2 maps, like the 2009 Modern Warfare 2. So I had a good time playing it for a bit. Didn't like play a shit ton of it, but I did enjoy it. I probably got like 80-ish hours out of COD this year. I think. I'll probably still play it a tiny bit before Black Ops 6, but not a lot. I get like those little spurts where I'll play it for like a week. Like I'll play like 5 hours over a week or so, and then I'll drop it again for like a month or two. It's such a good, like, just chill the fuck out when my brain is too tired, like after video stuff all day. It's just such a good game to like throw on a YouTube video or something and kind of just mindlessly get something done. That's what's nice with COD, is that it's totally built around like sustaining retention and all that, which annoys some people. But for me, it's like, yeah, every time I go to play COD, I have something to do. Like, I can make progress on something if I just play for like 30 minutes. There's always something to be working towards. So I always enjoy just hopping on for a little bit at a time.
Something strange is happening. The bombers are withdrawing.
That should have been the last one. I got it last second. Oof. Don't shoot me, please. Don't shoot me, please. Pixie, leave me alone. They remake Black Ops 1 without changing anything other than visual quality. I'm back in. Black Ops 1 is a favorite of mine. Like oh man, what would be my top 3 COD games ever? Probably... Okay, maybe top 5, because my top 3 is gonna be boring as shit. If I were doing top 5, my favorite's kind of weird, actually. My favorite on the whole would be Black Ops 1, like averaging out campaign, multiplayer, and zombies. Just pure personal enjoyment. Black Ops 3 would be my number 1. And it's for zombies alone. I thought the campaign in Black Ops 3 was dog shit. I thought the multiplayer wasn't very fun. But the zombies was so unbelievably the peak of anything COD Zombies ever did. It carries the rest of the game. Like all the way to number 1. It's that good. It's that good. So like probably Black Ops 3 number 1 on just personal scale. Then Black Ops 1. Then Black Ops 2. Then MW2. Then World at War. Or COD 4. It could have been COD 4. COD 4 is close, at least. Right there. Right behind it at number 6. Oh, fuck. This is a pretty chaotic go of it. Boosh. Pixie has never even had the chance to target you. He doesn't deserve it. He should just fly better, simply. He's never shot an enemy down in his life. I don't know how he thinks he's gonna shoot me down. Uh-oh. I'm way more afraid of these guys than I am of Pixie. That's for sure. You know what they call him? Pixie... No. Solo wing pushover Pixie. That's what they call him. Don't know if you knew that, but it's true. Oof. Ow. Worth it. Wait, I only got a hit. Maybe not worth it. Woo! Woo! It's fine. I meant for it to be this way. I didn't even want to hit them. Damn you. Oh, that was the one I had hit. Let's go. Soloing fucking look at me, Pixie. Yeah, soloing never actually covers me when I need him to, Pixie. That's what they call him. Surely you've heard it.
This is where we go our separate ways.
I did get an ace. I don't know. I think it was the, yeah, it was the right one. It's the only mercenary ace on that mission.
We were unable to
It was the right
confirm
one.
the enemy squadron you engaged was equipped with nuclear weapons.
Yeah. Nuclear weapons. Not that big of a deal. Don't worry about it. I'm way more concerned with the aces, the Belkan aces. And the non-Belkan aces, but primarily the Belkan aces. I'm worried about them. So, man, we've got 5 full pages now. 108. Same mission. There's 2 of them here. 108 and 109 are a pair. Appear if the player shot down all of the bombers before they reach the southern part. On the soldier variant specifically. Once again, I don't know who made these so specific, but I hate them. Like the fact that it's stuff like that, like super particular criteria, and then also just like locked behind one specific style variation for no reason. Why? Why do you put me through so much trouble? Yeah, I'll stick with it. The SAMs are really nice. The speed is enough. It's not the zippiest plane out there, but she gets the job done. She puts out when you need her to. Zoom over. So if we're at 108, that's pretty good progress on the aces, man. Gotta say. I don't think I've done the gunmetal yet. The 50 kills. I was kind of figuring that if I didn't worry about it, like it would inevitably just happen as we went. I don't think I've gotten that many gun kills though, doing this ace hunt. Is there a mission in this game that's like, oh yeah, that's the one to grind the money? Anyone know? Perchance? Because I'm genuinely starting to think that after doing all aces and stuff, we are still not going to have all the planes. Like, being totally genuine, I don't think we're gonna have them. 3 full playthroughs and 160 some aces later, it's still not enough money to buy every plane. Whoa, I meant to do that. I don't know how high up they are. Still higher? Oh no, I'm right level with them. Grind money with the gauntlet? Oh. That was a heart attack. Jesus Christ. I mean, that was skillful. Why can I not lock onto you? The secret is crime. You telling me all I need to do to get all the money is commit crimes? Because I'm great at doing that. I'm an ace combat protagonist. Oh, holy shit. That was a barrage of 4 missiles. Jesus Christmas. There's not too many. This is fine. We make it work.
Stop the nuclear attack. Shoot down all Belkan bombers.
Don't worry about anyone but the bombers. Too many to worry about, honestly. Like, I really can't take all that much time to pay attention to them instead. We've only got a couple bombers left now, though.
Don't worry about that now. Just concentrate on shooting down those bombers.
Ah, shit. It was right there. That upsets me. Whew. That one was a little scary. Ow! Fucker. Ha! The game just force closes to desktop. That's incredibly based of the team over at Namco. Call me crazy. Oh. Whoa, I'm getting crazy slowdown. Or is that just slow motion? Is that intentional? Did that happen last time? I didn't notice it last time. Where are all the hostile planes at? Bring them out. I could circle Pixie all day. Cheat as in there's a cheat code? Probably with something like, what's it, cheat engine, I would assume. Maybe it's like dev tools. Maybe it's little commands that they left in for debugging and stuff. But normally you take those out for the retail version. Yeah, cheat engine. That would do it. The all-around go-to PC cheating tool. Classic cheat engine. Well, for single-player games at least. If you have any sort of anti-cheat, it's not gonna work. I say that, but with games like Elden Ring that do have an anti-cheat, all you have to do is just play in offline mode and it works perfectly fine. Because of the MP, I guess. It probably is because of the multiplayer. They don't want every single person to just have free, what's it? Strike Wyverns. Oh. Come on, give me the other one. I actually don't know. Does this game require you to complete missions after you shoot down an ace? Like to get them in the record? Because I don't know if it would be that strict, to be honest with you. This is the game that allows like your wingman to shoot them down and will still give you the completion for the wingmen, or sorry, the aces. So maybe not. The first time you cheated in a game, I don't typically like even use cheat codes or anything. There are cases where I have. Oh my god, I know exactly what the first time I ever did was, and it's so like people who actually use cheat codes and stuff, console commands, whatever, you're gonna think this is the lamest shit ever. It was Call of Duty World at War. It was using the game's built-in console commands. So it wasn't even like external cheats or anything. And it was because I was playing on the PC version that I had just freshly bought. And World at War by default has an FOV of 65, which if you know FPS at all is fucking horrific. So I used the console to put in the command that adjusts your FOV, and I bumped it up to 90. That was my first, and still to this day, one of the only times I've cheated in the game. I turned on the cheats, the console, just to do that. Ooh. Hardly describe it as cheating. Yeah, it's like, by definition, in that game at least, you have to enable cheats to do it. That's not cheating, that's fixing the game. I know, 65 FOV is a war crime. Like, actually. It's just awful. Other than that, it is also World at War, because I used to be a zombies YouTuber / streamer prior to doing like variety stuff. And I would use the give command in zombies, also through the built-in console, to what's it? To just give myself weapons I needed to get footage of, because otherwise I would be sitting there like rolling the mystery box and just waiting. So I would just use the console to give myself the weapon I needed to get footage of. That was actually my first time cheating. Using the give command also in World at War on PC. Which also allows you to actually give yourself weapons that aren't supposed to be on a specific map, and even weapons that aren't supposed to be in zombies at all. Like there's a little Walther pistol in World at War that is never in zombies in any capacity, but if you use the console, you can give yourself the weapon and it works. Like it has its own zombies values and everything in the game's code. It's just they never actually put it in any of the maps. I don't have the machine gun medal. I was taking a peek real quick. So stuff like that would also spice up footage a little bit. It's just like, wait, what the fuck? How'd he get that? Weapons that were never actually in that game mode would just pop up in my footage at random. I liked doing that. I loved cheating in the Portal games. I never did it in Portal. I never really did it in many Source games. And I used to play Counter-Strike, so that's like weird. I know a lot of people use the console and Counter-Strike for a bunch of stuff, but I never did. Mission 13. We are on to 13 officially. The lack of menu music in this game is so strange. I don't know any games. Well, not any. I don't know many games that have totally dead silent menus like this. Can I buy a plane? Oh. Shit. Do I have enough money? No. I want my stealth plane. My stealth Dorito. We're close to the good stuff, but before that, we need stealth Dorito. You make your own music by navigating. It's weird. The like briefings and stuff have music. Just the actual like menu is dead fucking silent. And it's so strange to me. Mission 13, the soldier variation. Appears after some enemy units in the northeast sector are destroyed. Just go northeast and blow shit up. He'll pop up at some point.
We have discovered remaining enemy troops.
Spawning in hundreds of companion cubes or summoning GLaDOS at will. Don't tell me you're gonna S rank all that. I don't really want to. There are medals for doing it, which sucks. Because then even then, that's only the rank sheet for this difficulty. There's one of those for all 3 of the main difficulties that the game wants you to do for medals. I just don't wanna. I really don't.
To compensate for the losses in Galm Team, Crow Team will be joining you. We're counting on your best performance yet.
I'll give them my best performance yet. Give me my F-15E. Strike Eagle. Look at that beauty. Look at that beauty. Up, down, left, right, followed by holding A and pressing start. I've never heard of that before. What is that?
You are cleared for takeoff.
My back needs a good stretch. Oh, I just cracked it. There we go. That'll do it. That felt nice. That's what I needed. Not a stretch, but a pop. Hopefully the F-15E continues to do me some good in this mission. We still got a ways until I can buy the stealth Dorito. Okay. Yeah, northeast. Sure. Let me just zip right over there. This is also tied for the worst mission in the game for me. So the sooner we get through mission 13, the better. There are 18 missions and the 18th is just Pixie. So being up to mission 13 is good progress. For the F-117 stuck. Stealth Dorito. I mean, that's what it is. I already, like, you know, jokingly have referred to the, like, low distance versions of every plane as the Doritos that are flying around. That plane is just actually, what's it called? Just actually a Dorito, even when it's loaded in. 30 minutes. Yeah, it's easy. It's just really fucking boring. This mission has like nothing actually going on outside of like, yep, just go shoot the targets. That's it. Go spend 20 minutes flying in circles and shooting stuff. Which is also this, it's like the same reason the other one is my least favorite. They're both just really boring time attack missions. Like mind-numbingly boring. Especially when you spend 2 minutes flying up to where the ace is gonna spawn. Yeah, why is the 117 not in 7, man? That's so weird to me. Oh, yeah, I wasn't gonna hit. A picture of the stealth Dorito? What do you mean? Has anyone modded it into 7? I know I was recently being told that they've figured out how to like add planes and stuff into 7 without replacing the existing roster, which is typically how stuff like that starts out. You know, until you figure out how to expand the roster, you just have to like replace certain entries.
Missile launched.
Boosh, boosh. There we go. Doesn't the PS5 have system level remapping? Does it? That would be news to me.
Tank destroyed.
Oh, I did not mean to fire 2. That just kind of happened. It is in the game though, so annoying. Of course it is. It pops up as an enemy. Why is it not flyable? There's my ace. Oh, that's one. Ace hunted. Wow, that was really fucking close. Terrifyingly so, actually.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
Oh no. They're fast. And they're out for blood. Big turn. Now they've turned away. Bastards. Ah, shit. I was just early.
Missed.
Big.
Galm 1, missile launched.
I should be able to see the big picture, just like Galm 1.
Mm-hmm.
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
Ow. We take those. We're already up to 5K. This might not be the worst run of this mission. At the very least, once you get up here, there's a ton of targets packed in nice and tight. It helps if you're doing this exact thing. I thought he was gonna try to dive bomb me. I wouldn't have shot. Oh, there he goes. Oh, it still hit him. That was crazy. I did not think that was a kill.
Box 2.
Oh, I can just spam missiles all day. We get resupply on this one. Sorry, sir. You are worth a lot of points, unfortunately. I didn't make the system. Can't blame me. I wish that even if you couldn't use them in missions, you could fly all the planes in free flight. Oh. Yeah. I forget that free flight is even a thing half the time, to be honest with you. It's just kind of there. I guess it doesn't hurt to have. But yeah, I do always forget that that's even a thing.
Level is down. Continue to engage.
And there are some planes in 7 that are free flight only, right? So it's not like they don't already have the functionality there to lock it behind free flight. Like they've already written that script. And assuming they're doing their coding well, It's just a variable that they change in the class.
What's going on here?
Box 2.
So yeah, I don't know. Just do the thing. Maybe, my opinion. Might as well. Yeah, free flight. Like, it's there. It's cool to have it. Definitely, like, it doesn't hurt anything. But man, when am I ever gonna want to play Ace Combat and just fly around, like, in the map and not shoot at things? Am I even playing Ace Combat at that point? I don't think so. I don't think so.
Target destroyed.
It's the illusion of Ace Combat.
Guarantee that the operation is carried out successfully. Maintain course to the point of assembly. This is the start of a
Shoot at you, zip away. Oh, there's a bunch of targets packed together there. Might as well. For like Easter egg hunters. Yeah, are those people who make the videos where they do like a backward drift through the tunnel? Which is a very specific audience, but they have it. Great for them.
So, Belkan still has an organized platoon.
Ooh, ow, fuck, wow! I don't want to do that. I don't want to go there anymore. I don't want to go there.
You are cleared for attack.
How would we have ever found the T-posing ground crew guy? The huh? The what now?
Under your command now. Give me orders at any time.
You're telling me that in the same game as JPEG Dog? Ace Combat 7.
PJ stands for Patrick James.
T-posing.
And I like to play polo. You know, the game with the horses. Maybe we should get going now.
A return
I see him.
located on the west side of the operation airspace. Pass over this line
Yep.
whenever you need repairs.
There he is. T-posing character.
It's too bad about Pixie. I guess we won't be flying the skies together anymore.
The Harrier kind of makes sense. Because then there's the expectation that you'll actually be able to do the hovering thing. Like, I've talked about the Harrier before in that sense. But the Nighthawk and a variant of the F-18 called the EA-18G. Is there anything weird with that one? Any reason why it wouldn't be flyable? A la the Harrier? You know what makes these missions worse is getting shot down during them.
That is one huge facility.
Yes, it is.
What's that huge hangar for? All planes have left the hangar.
Can't use the VTOL on that. That's true. Now that you mention it. I got nothing. Let me fly the plane, damn it.
Target destroyed.
Our tests will guarantee that the operation is carried out successfully.
I should be able to see the big picture.
Brrr.
The transport planes are preparing to leave the area.
Man, these hangars are worth so many points for things that I'm not supposed to shoot. God damn. Are they valuable?
Box 2.
All we do is carry stuff for the withdrawal.
At times like this, we need to keep busy alive.
Let's go get that ace before I forget to. have played a game called Lethal Skies 2 that had VTOL working in it. I feel like it would be a fun mechanic, but also just a death trap in Ace Combat, right? Oh, just fly. Wait, Project Wingman has it. What is this Project Wingman you speak of? I've never heard of it. What is this Project Wingman?
It shouldn't be that tough if there's only 2 of them. Missile launched. Tank destroyed. That's the last thing I wanted to hear. Only we could have shot
Blow up the other very valuable target that I'm not supposed to shoot. Apparently.
Down. Continue to engage. Locked on. Approaching gun range.
Come on, tank.
Fox 2.
Nice points. Just makes it so you can't stall. Not sure if it's true VTOL. I mean, it's something at the very least. Because really, like, I feel like it just wouldn't have a place within the gameplay of these games, like as a mechanic. Like, what do you do with it, right? It would kind of just get you shot. Oh, fuck. I didn't see that one coming. I did not see that coming. Oh, I have to do it again. Oh, okay. Hold on. The pain that I feel when I have to redo this mission. Seriously. I think we're gonna have to play it again for another ace too.
It's an honor to fly as Galm's number 2.
So. Yeah.
And by the way, PJ stands for Patrick James.
Hello, Patrick James.
You know, the game with the horses? Maybe we should get going now.
The return line is located on the west side of the operation airspace. Pass over this line whenever you need repairs or supplies.
Can he score me points? That's a real question.
It's too bad about Pixie.
Not really.
We'll be flying the skies together anymore.
It's so unfortunate, but I mean,
Galm 2, Fox 2.
granted, he could shoot ground targets. Patrick James, can you? Can you shoot ground targets?
Missile launched.
I don't think I ever saw him actually do it, but on his record, it says that he has. If I've learned anything, it's that I should gun for the yellow targets when I'm doing these little flybys along the way.
Locked on.
They're just more valuable. I have no idea why, but they are. Give him air to ground weapons. Oh, he'll use his specials? Just not missiles then. Weird. Storage. Hello.
Radar lock.
We're going all the way. These planes are valuable though. I'll take a pit stop for these planes. You know, the yellow ones that I'm not supposed to shoot.
Fox 2.
Morally speaking.
That is one huge facility.
But they are way too valuable to be ignored.
What's that huge hangar for?
Hello, thank you. Thank you, lock-on system.
The transport planes are preparing to leave the area. What's going on here? I should be able to see the big picture, just like Galm 1.
I don't know what's going on here.
Get destroyed.
Don't look at me.
Guarantee that the operation is carried out successfully.
Is this series fun? Would you recommend it for people who aren't typically into flight sims? I would. I would. It's like, if you play them all in sequence, you'll probably burn out. I didn't, But I think most people would, like if you just tried to go through like 1 to 1 to 1, just boom, 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 bang them out. They're not like different enough to where you'll be able to do that super easily, at least not the average person. But they are fun. I would recommend them. And if you want to play the old ones, start with the old ones, like the PS1 games, I mean. Because if you play the later games and then go back to them, they're gonna feel janky as shit to you. But I played them in release order. And like, none of the old games felt very janky because of it. Air combat feels a little janky, but like, as soon as you get to AC2, felt pretty buttery. You get roughly the same amount for sparing them. Yeah, but then you gotta wait until the end. I'm all about that instant gratification.
Nice kill. Warning, the enemy's tracking you on radar.
Start with good old air combat. I mean, if you want to play it, it's kind of a weird one. Where it's like, if you only want to play the newest, like the best, not the newest, just the best, then like, sure, just play the best. But if you have an interest in like playing like the ones where it started,
Warning, the enemy's locked onto you.
then I would start with the old ones so that you don't feel the jank when you go back to them. More enjoyable that way. Seems like I'm the minority there. I don't know why. I like 5th gen a lot. Although I guess I grew up with a PS1, actually. Maybe that has something to do with it. Maybe. But I really like 5th gen. I have a pretty easy time going back and playing PS1 games. Whereas a lot of my friends don't. A lot of my friends struggle with PS1 era. Even some of my friends who like grew up with PS1, but then kind of stopped playing 5th gen games like as they got older, like False. False even struggles with a lot of like 5th gen just game design, right? Where it's a little more convoluted, pretty rough in terms of like explaining things to players and all that. And she even has a hard time going back and playing, like she recently played Parasite Eve. Which is great, by the way. If you're ever looking for a PS1 game that you haven't played and Parasite Eve is on the list, I would play that one. Really weird game, but good game. Weird in the sense that it's like a JRPG survival horror hybrid, which is as weird of a combination as it sounds. It is just a really genuinely strange combination. But it's cool. Hello, Nemo. Where's my ace?
The enemy threat level has dropped off even more.
Ooh, I almost got hit. Bitch! Actually, I might not want to destroy that. I need my ace, though. I don't know which of these targets spawns it, so just take everything.
Galm 1, missile launched.
Is it up there? Oh, it's still just typhoons. I'm about to complete the mission as well. There's a stealth plane around here somewhere. I saw it on my radar. Where the fuck was that?
This war should be
Was it just the F-35s that I saw? PJ might have shot down the ace. Let's see.
Locked on. Missile launched.
Oh, come on now. Come on now. Shit. Wait for it.
Bandits in gun range.
Only a slight, shit. Slight death spiral. Wait for it.
Locked on.
Wait for it.
Approaching gun
You son of a bitch. His plane is just so much, okay. We'll do it the old-fashioned way. Don't kill the Eurofighter. He brought it on himself.
Galm 1. Missile launched.
He turned into him.
Missed.
A good old gentleman's joust. Or not. He turned away.
Box 2.
Fucker.
Missile off target.
There we go.
All attack targets have been destroyed. Galm Team, not bad for a couple of rookies.
Stay on target. His plane is way more maneuverable than mine. I just had to pull out and get angles on him. Because if I stay in the loop with him, like the spiral, he can just do that all day. I won't catch him.
The mission to clear out remaining Belkan resistance was a success. As
My,
the intended purpose for using the giant hangar described in the
my
report,
flashcard
rest assured the
application
intelligence
is
looking into the matter.
pinging me on my desktop. Scolding me for not studying for like the past 2 days. It's on my shit. I forget that it does that. Whenever I don't study, it'll actually start pinging me and being like, hey, you've been forgetting. I haven't been forgetting. I've just been cooking. Number 113. No, sorry. 113. I was right. Yeah, okay, so he did get shot down by PJ that run then. We're missing 113 and 116, which are both in this mission. One of them, I just have to get 8,000 points in the first 7 minutes, which is fine. The other appears in the southeast corner at the start of the mission and flies to the southwest corner. So I should start with that one. It should insult you in Japanese. Duolingo? Duolingo? I would never, ever. These actually aren't style dependent. Neither of them. Look at the big map, F-117.
We have discovered remaining enemy troops gathered in the Yering
What
Line.
programs are you using?
Northwest
For
Belkan.
programs? Oh,
First divisions of the Belkan army
for my flashcards, I use Anki, which is,
command to disband.
it's really good, but it's a little more work. It doesn't give you a structured program in any way. It's literally an application where you make your own flashcards or you get a deck from someone else. Like you can import them if you go out and find someone else's. I make my own, like as I'm learning from textbooks or whatever. I make my own for the stuff that I want to do some spaced learning with. Because it is a spaced learning flashcard program. Like you make the cards and then you start like doing them, and based on how frequently you get them right, or like how much consistency you have, it will space out how often you need to study that one, like go back and actually review it. Because in there's options for it to literally just be flashcards where it's like, here's the thing, you flip it over, and then boom. It's, you know, the other side, and you just look at it and you move on. I have it to where I have to type in the answer, like the other side of the card, based on whichever side it shows me. And then for kanji, I'm currently using something called WaniKani, which is space learning kanji stuff, which also it covers kanji radicals, like actual kanji, and then like vocab in terms of like the onyomi and kunyomi readings. It covers that as well. So it's pretty good. It's paid, but I haven't paid for it yet because a lot of it at the start is free. Like it gives you a ton to work with for free, and then if you want to go beyond that, once you hit the limit, you can pay to keep going. I'm still using it for free, and I've been using it for like a month or so. About. So I like that one a lot, actually. I'll probably pay for it once I get to the point where I need to, because it's really good. Oh, and I have, what's it? Like the closest thing to Duolingo that I have for languages is Mondly, which is basically like a Duolingo or a Memrise, if you know that one. He just pulled a disappearing act on me. He genuinely went straight past me. Where the fuck? I don't know what height he's at. He's up high, it looks like? Yeah, there he is. Been using Renshu. I haven't heard of that one. Plus Duo's missing a lot of stuff. Duolingo is... Pardon my French. Duolingo is shit. I don't recommend that anyone ever use it. Legitimately. I have very few nice things to say about Duolingo. I think it has great branding. I think the notifications are funny and have led to like the memes of Duolingo Owl, but like I don't recommend actually using Duolingo for anything. At least if you actually want to like learn a language legitimately. If you just want to like learn a little bit, like learn some words, learn like super basic conversational stuff for that language, then sure. But if you actually want to learn a language, I don't recommend touching it. Because it's free, yeah. The competition thing is nice. Like, it has some good stuff. Like, being free helps. But I really don't recommend it. Because a lot of stuff like Duolingo and like Memrise, I mentioned Memrise as well. They're really good for feeling like you're learning more than you are, if that makes sense. But they also skip some pretty foundational stuff in my experience, which can obviously lead to issues, especially if you're learning something more complicated like an East Asian language. Then yeah, that's gonna really fuck you up. Once you get past like beginner level, it's gonna not feel good to have to go back and do like the foundational stuff. Oh my god, there's so much. So much. Ow, that's bullshit. That looked like it was going over me for sure. It looked close. It didn't look like it was actually gonna hit me though.
You are cleared for takeoff.
Don't you need both? What do you mean both? Hold on. I also meant to look up Renshu. I'm curious. Oh. I'm gonna bookmark this. Because I do want to check that out, actually. Just that first page looks kind of interesting. I want to look at it. Don't I need both what? What is it? I'm all over the place. Yeah, I'm a big nerd for, what's it called? I'm a big nerd for language learning. I use a bunch of different stuff for different things. Oh, and also, great resource for vocab for Japanese, at least, outside of, what's it? Outside of Wanikani is YouTube. There are so many great, it's like particularly channels for learning Japanese, like more good resources on YouTube than I think I've seen for any other language that I've messed around with before. Oh, both the app and the actual study material. In the case of like Anki, when I was saying with that, then yeah, because it's all just making your own study material on something like that. Anki is a tool. It's not like an actual language learning program. It's literally just like a study tool. So you have to make all your own material to study with to actually be able to use it. So in that case, like, yeah, and then, yeah, I use textbooks as well. I'm a real big nerd. Definitely learning that no one knows how to write Ramaji correctly was a big wake-up call for me. What do you mean? No one knows how to write Ramaji correctly. A video about the VTOL? I'll have to look at that too. Oh, it's a model kit. I didn't think it was gonna be a model kit, F-117. I don't really know what I thought it was gonna be, but I didn't think it was gonna be a model kit. You know, like reading. I like language stuff a lot. I normally hate reading, but I like language stuff a ton. Japanese has definitely been the hardest language I've studied, like going from an English speaker to it. Because when it comes to like translating English into like the big popular languages to learn, there's kind of like the 5 tiers that they get broken up into. And so like the other 2 languages I've studied previously, like genuinely studied, German is in like the 2nd tier, and the higher the number, the harder it is to learn as an English speaker. German is like a 2 out of 5 on the difficulty scale. Spanish is like a 1 out of 5 on the difficulty scale. And then Japanese is a 5 out of 5. So it's a bit of a jump, but it's been fun, like really fun. Wasn't maybe super fun at the very beginning, but now that I can like read, it's fun. It's become more fun now that I can read. German is just hard because of conjugation. It's legitimately it. Their vocab is practically identical to English vocab, or sorry, not vocab, what the fuck? Their grammar is practically identical to English grammar outside of like the conjugation stuff. So legitimately German is like learning how to conjugate and learning the vocab, just learning the words. And you're pretty much there, like 90-95% there once you've done those 2 things. Some of the, I almost said vocab again. Some of the grammar is a little different, but not much. It's legitimately basically identical in terms of like grammar and sentence structure and stuff like that, which makes it really easy to learn as an English speaker. It's kind of the same with Spanish as well. Conjugation in Spanish is normally what hangs people up when they start working on it. Found a new way to crack my fingers. Send help. I literally cracked my back as I read that. Like that little adjustment I made was to pop my back. Is there, genuine question, is there anything to that like old, I say old wives' tale, but I don't really know if it is or isn't. You know how there's like the thing that people say where it's like cracking your fingers too much is gonna give you arthritis. Is there anything to that? Like legitimately? I've never really looked into it. Never been curious enough to actually sit down and Google it. But I assume that that's not the case. Disproven the last I heard. I would have assumed it was just an old wives' tale. No truth to that at all. I didn't think so. I've never paid much mind to it because I was like, that sounds ridiculous. Worst thing it does is weaken your grip. Thankfully, I lift, which should offset that because I crack my fingers a ton, like a lot. I got gamer hands, man. And on top of that, I got works at a desk all day hands. It's fucked up, these fingers. Oh, I also do, you know, I'm a bit of a musician though, which probably also helps with just the dexterity of them quite a bit. I'm sure it would be way worse if I wasn't.
Approaching gun range. I can't draw them in far enough to chase me.
I'm a guitarist and a pianist, although I haven't played piano in like almost 4 years, and I mean like legitimately not once. Like since I first moved to Florida, legitimately not a single time. Guitar is like almost daily, but yeah, keyboard I would be really rough if I just sat down and did it right now. It would be a train wreck probably. But it is like, it's such a simple instrument at the same time. Like, I don't know, it might not be that bad.
Enemy threat level is down. Continue to engage. Bandits in gun range.
Boosh, boosh. How do you have time to eat and sleep? Well, the sleep issue fixes itself. I have insomnia. Eating, I meal prep, which goes a super long way for that. I probably only spend like an hour a day eating. And I'm a slow eater as well. Like known to be a slow eater. But you're never awake when I am? Never see my 3 a.m. TikToks? Well, TikTok, I don't have notifications on. Discord, I don't have notifications on my phone. So if I'm not at my computer, I pretty much always miss Discord.
Launched. Activate guidance.
Although it's weird, like I do have notifications for like Discord DMs enabled on my phone. I just never get them. Like the app genuinely just never actually pushes the it does like once in a blue moon. But almost never. 28 years, I haven't done jack shit. I just like doing, I get bored is the thing. I think that's genuinely just the root of it is I get bored. It might be like the dumbest thing to say in regards to that, but I genuinely think that's it. The thing is that my ADHD is really bad, so I get like really nerdy about a few things that I cycle through all the fucking time. To get that number to bother you, I wouldn't care. I have, what's it? I have a few creator friends who I like actually text with, like phone number text. Whoosh. Hello. I kind of sit in my own corner for the most part nowadays, in all fairness. So not super frequently, but I do have a bunch of them actually in my phone. There's my ace. I was trying to find him. I was kind of panicking. I'm like, did I not get the points in time? Oh shit. I need to be a little more careful with that. Send like 2 messages over 4 years. Really? No, see, when I actually like am legitimately expecting response in a reasonable amount of time, I go for the phone number. Well, I guess that, or it's mostly not even if I expect response quickly. It's more like if I know that you're not gonna see the Discord message and I want a response relatively soon, then I will text. Like some of just my online friends from way back, I do text if I'm ever like, I want a response within like 2 or 3 hours. And I know they're not on Discord right now. Then I text. The voice memos, Discord doesn't have them. Oh yeah. This thing takes more than 2 missiles.
The enemy threat level has dropped off even more.
There we go. There we go. Okay, there we go. What? I was about to circle back on the insomnia thing and be like, my insomnia has been pretty chill lately though. I've been sleeping good, but then I realized that I really haven't. I don't feel super tired like these last couple weeks, but it's been about the same. Which I guess is a good thing. I normally feel exhausted. Someone messaging you and you immediately message back and then they don't get back to you for hours. I mean, it's weird. But normally I assume that there's a reason for it. Cause I do, like sometimes I'll, especially on Discord, if I'm working, this is my big thing with like, if I'm working, a lot of the time I'll like, I'll finish up whatever tiny thing I was working on. Like, you know, I might finish up like the section I was editing or whatever. And then I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna like refill my water, etc. And so I'll like send out whatever message I wanted to someone and then stand up to go do stuff and then come back. And sometimes I forget to respond after coming back. How are you? Want to do something later? Turns phone off? Okay, I never have something like that.
Maintain your current heading to return to base and resupply.
I got a message from one of my buddies from high school literally at the start of stream. I silently just read it and didn't like mention it out loud, but it was funny. One of my buddies from high school who actively watches my videos, who I didn't know that he did until recently, because I have a thing with my buddies from like high school / growing up, whatever. When they used to like come into streams and stuff, I would always be like, look, if you want to be in my streams, watch my videos, whatever, bump algorithm, cool. Don't let me know that you're watching because it makes me feel awkward. Don't let me know. Like, just drop whatever you were gonna do, like support wise, and silently move on. And most of them, like, it took a bit for them to actually do it, but they all do it now. And I didn't realize that he was actively watching the reviews. Like, he He recently got into Metal Gear Solid because he's been watching the videos and was like, this shit looks fun. So he's been playing Metal Gear. Like, he actually watches them. He messaged me like 2 weeks ago or so and was like, man, I'm really waiting on that MGS5 review. I can't wait. And I'm like, you might have to wait a little bit. I was like, you don't understand the scope of this project. You really, words cannot do justice. And he messaged me, what's it called? He messaged me, yeah, like 20 minutes into stream today. Because we haven't talked in the last couple weeks really either. And he just said, hope you're doing good. Which I'm assuming is because the last time we spoke, I was like, this video's gonna fucking kill me. And then I went silent for like 2 weeks. He's probably like, Jesus Christ, what is happening? This is not normal. Weird to see your IRL friends online. It's weird to see them on my YouTube stuff. That's what weirds me. Like, we play games online all the time. But it's weird to see them like in stream or like commenting on videos. I was like, I get it. You're trying to be nice, but be nice silently, please. Don't let me know that you're doing it. No reason to use WhatsApp because I always use Discord. WhatsApp also just isn't as common here in the US as it is elsewhere. Not many people here really use WhatsApp. Like in Europe, it's way more commonly used than here. Like way more. I have some that come in and use my government name. I should. Even like just for a bit. I should. To talk to international friends a lot. Oh, that's WeChat? Okay. I was like, it's big in China? I've never heard that before. I always kind of thought WhatsApp was mostly like a Europe thing. In terms of usage, at least. And I think, is it India? There's one of those messaging apps that's really, really prominent in India. Is that WhatsApp as well?
Enemy ship has been sunk. All attack
I think
targets
so.
have been destroyed. Galm Team, not bad for a couple of rookies.
Whew. All right.
Pretty huge in Brazil? Really? I never heard that before. One of my good buddies in college was from Brazil, and I genuinely had no idea of this. Friend from Africa. Is it just big everywhere other than the United States and like Canada? Lots of people in, what the fuck? It might just be everywhere other than the US. And Canada. A couple of my closest friends live in Canada, and I know they don't use it for anything. Unless maybe it's a regional thing. They're both in Ontario, so maybe it's a regional thing in Canada. But as far as I know, it's not big in Canada. So that should have been 2 more aces, I think. Reverse peanut butter syndrome. 15 and 16 was what I just tried to do. Oh, I never got... Oh, it's 8K points in the first 7 minutes. I did miss the point requirement. I thought it was 8K in 8 minutes. Shit. I got the 8s mixed up. Damn it. Damn it. Where phone companies charge... Oh, that makes sense. Big in countries where phone companies charge for text messages. Yeah, because here you get the plan... Like, every plan in the US, phone plan, I mean, is unlimited text. Not literally every phone plan, but, like... The overwhelming majority of them are just... Yeah, you pay for like the whole plan, and it's just unlimited text. It doesn't charge like per message or anything like that. There's not like a going rate for how much you text. So that actually makes a lot of sense now that you say it like that. Because yeah, if texting a lot used or literally like cost money, I would use like a free messenger. No shit. That makes a lot of sense. Anyway, it is about that time. So I gotta go back to the kitchen and get cooking. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing Armored Core, Metal Gear, Elden Ring DLC, or we game. We game. So come back for any of it. It's all good stuff. I maybe have something in my back pocket for this weekend, potentially. More on that later. If that is a thing, that is. Who knows? Also, if you enjoyed, leave like, algorithm. You know how it goes. If you're looking for links to anything outside of YouTube to engage with the community, check out links in the description. Twitter, Discord server, whatever. They're all down there. The Metal Gear series, I couldn't remember what I pinned at the top of chat. The Metal Gear review series is pinned at the top of chat if you want to get caught up on new stuff before the new video. You can check that out. Other than that, though, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope to see you always back here next time. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.